All right, so talking about caffeine, drugs. There are lots of drugs out there that can either help you stay awake or help you go to sleep. And this isn't something where this is a static decision. There are people in this room who probably won't have a caffeinated beverage their entire residency. There are people who will have 6 rock stars every single time that they're working a shift that just doesn't match up with what they want when they want to be up. If you're going to use drugs, the concept of better living through polypharmacy, honestly, drugs are okay. And we're talking more legal drugs and prescription drugs. We're not talking street drugs. But looking at all those things about good sleep hygiene and trying to manage your life is really the best way to do it. If you're going to do caffeine, caffeine's out there. I see not as many caffeinated beverages as I would have thought, but it's probably because there's a bowl of juice back there. Caffeine has a half-life of 3 to 4 hours. It makes you feel less sleepy, but you still have to sleep. And so it's there to kind of get you through, but it doesn't make it so that you don't have to sleep at all. There are prescription stimulants. If you get through part of residency and realize I am just dying, there are things like Provigil, which originally they used for narcolepsy. People do Nicorette. People do other over-the-counter stimulants, other prescription stimulants. There are a lot of other things out there that can help make you a little bit more awake. Problem is they all come with side effects. They make you jittery, they make you nauseous, and that's going to be a personal choice and a little bit of experimentation if you are going to go down that road as far as figuring out what works for you. So talking about the sleep aids, you can get the over-the-counter ones. They're all just sedating antihistamines. They help you get to sleep a little bit more quickly. Some people wake up feeling groggy, and so plus or minus whether you want to use them. Melatonin is another thing out there, and there's a ton of information on melatonin for shift work sleep problems. The interesting thing in the studies is the dose that they've studied is somewhere between 0.1 and 10 milligrams. Some people like it, some people don't. For me, it makes me not wake up after my first sleep cycle so that I can actually get a little bit longer sleep. But everybody's different. Some people like it, some people don't, but it's over the counter. It may or may not give you pituitary tumors when you're 60. Nobody really knows, but there's nothing out there that proves things one way or another. But there are some people who really like it. There are some people who say, it's a hormone. Maybe we shouldn't be messing with that. There are prescription sleep aids out there, and again, stay away from them if you can. But there might be a time where something's going on in your life where you want to look into them. And you have your Ambien, your Lunesta. Those can come with side effects, but they're very controlled substances. For the people in psychiatry and emergency medicine, you will have a lot of people asking you for just a couple Ambien. And then you get into the benzodiazepines that get to be a little bit more addictive and are probably going to be more controlled. Trazodone's out there too. It's a sedating antidepressant essentially, and it tends to work the best if you are already depressed. And so it's something to consider if you're trying to help your patient sleep and they have depression.